Okay. So we got 2 human karyotypes. These are all the chromosomes, Luis, that have been identified, imaged, and then grouped together for 2 different people. Jaden, what do you see between A and B? Like, what are you noticing? Can you tell me, like, what A and B are telling us about that person, or maybe a difference between A and B? No. Well, Jaden, check this out. Check it out. X and Y. I want you to focus on the X and Y chromosomes. Jaden, you remember recovering the Romanovs, right? Remember that? You don't remember that laboratory, that activity we did? We did it 2 days, though. You weren't here for both days? Dang, I'm sorry. Whew. So you don't know anything. Huh. Okay. Uh-oh. It's too bad. Allison, what do you, because there's something you can tell us, some information you can glean from these karyotypes. A little louder, please. Oh, yeah. So looking for A has 1 X. Okay. And it doesn't have any Y. There's no Y there. Whereas B has 2 X chromosomes. What do you know? If you have 2 X chromosomes, what does that mean about a person? If we look at their cells, if we look at their chromosomes and they have 2 X's, XX, we know that they are what? That tells us something. We learned this in the Romanovs. Remember those Punnett squares we did for the Romanovs? That they're what? They're a girl, female. So XX is female. So B is female. That leaves A, their sex chromosomes. There's only 1 X and there's no Y. So that is something called Turner syndrome. Only 1 X, no Y. Remember how I told you most people are born XX or XY, but some people are born with different numbers of sex chromosomes, and this is one of those cases. Okay, this person would, they do appear female, you know, their genitalia, but they are sterile. They wouldn't be able to have kids of their own. That's for Turner syndrome. There's something else. So we got A is female, B is female. I'm sorry, B is definitely female, A is female, but they have Turner syndrome. Okay, so we could say that. Female, but with Turner syndrome. There's something else that's a little different. I'll see if somebody can spot that difference. Amy, how many chromosomes should you have for each one? For each number? Like, what do you see for number 1? 2. For chromosome 2, we have 1, 2 chromosomes. Generally 2 chromosomes, right? Now, why is that? Why do you have 2 chromosomes for each one? Has something to do with how you were created. I mean, where do we all come from? An egg and a sperm, right? From mom and dad. So, where does each chromosome come from? Mom and dad. Okay, that's why you have 2. Now, there's something different. Look through there, Amy. Is there something that's not following that rule? somewhere in A or B? What's that? What's that? Well, yeah, well, the one X for sure, right? We definitely, one parent did not give a sex chromosome here. Okay? There's another instance where we have an abnormal number of chromosomes. Can you find that? Do you see that? Oh, you want help, Amy? You got it? You want some help? Okay. Zyra, what do you got? Oh. B21 has 3 chromosomes. Okay. So for letter B has 3 chromosome 21s. All right. And that's something called trisomy 21, and that has a name that maybe you've heard of before. This is the most common chromosomal abnormality. A lot of times when women are pregnant over age 35, they're at higher risk for having a child with this chromosomal abnormality. Anybody know what syndrome this leads to? Down syndrome. Okay, this is Down syndrome. You've heard of it before? Down syndrome? So Down syndrome is like the only one besides the different like sex chromosome ones like Turner's or Klinefelter's. Normally if you get an extra chromosome or one too few, the embryo doesn't survive at all. Okay, no baby. A woman probably doesn't even know she's pregnant. It just would spontaneously abort. These are the few cases where the embryo can have extra chromosomes and still be born and survive. People, with Turner syndrome, I think they have a reduced lifespan, but I got to check on that. Down syndrome, they do have different health complications, but they can live 40, 50 years from what I remember. Need to check that. But most times you have an extra chromosome or one too few, you're not going to be born at all. Okay, it's going to be too catastrophic. All right. So, can we have some people talk about their favorite shades of green? Valeria, what's your favorite? Emerald? Okay. Oh, that's good. A little dark. Okay, Taylor, what's your favorite? Laundry? Oh, lawn. Okay, yeah, lawn. Kind of that brighter green. I think that's one of my favorites. Okay. Amy, what's your favorite? What? Pastel? Oh, yeah, pastel. Especially Easter. Get those pastel colors. Edgar, what's your favorite? Neon? Yeah, I like neon colors, like neon green. I got some neon socks right over here. That might be neon yellow, though. Yeah. 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 Jonathan, what's your favorite? Haze? Teal? Tea? Oh, yeah. Ooh, I didn't notice that. Tea. That's nice. That tea. Miranda, what's your favorite? Pistachio? Okay, yeah, that pops. That's nice. Has a little dark, has a bright, but a little darker green in there. Okay, go ahead and